Hey, what's going on, family? How you doing? Hope everyone's doing well today. It's nice and hot, summer. Anyway, my name is Aaron Collins, and this is another rendition of me addressing worldly issues in a godly way. So, one of the things that I do on my channel, in addition to doing videos on black empowerment and other commentary, I also like to every now and then do movie breakdowns. So, today it's going to be a movie breakdown. I'm going to be brief with this. I'm not going to be long, but anyway, the movie I'm going to break down is called the First Purge. The First Purge is a sequel, prequel movie to the first two Purge films that came out. I haven't seen these films, but I did see the First Purge. I saw it on the 4th of July weekend. So I want to go do the best breakdown I can do and give everyone my take on it, what I thought about it. So here goes, without further ado. So I saw the Purge, the First Purge, and of course there's a lot of hidden meanings and messages in this film. This film starts out the beginning of a government organization. I forget the name of the said organization, which is headed up by a character played by actress Marissa Tomei. This is this government agency starts a series of experiments and tests on crime and allowing crime to go unchecked for 12 hours, 12 consecutive hours. And it starts out on the island of Staten Island in New York City. Now, the significance about this particular location where they started is that it has a predominantly black population. And to me, that's by design. That's no coincidence. Now, where I look at that is that what I see the parallel is that the black community has always been the focus and been the target of many experiments. You take Tuskegee, take the incident, the Tuskegee incident where black men were injected with syphilis to see how long syphilis could live. They didn't give these men the cure though, caused these men to die out. There was also Hurricane Katrina, which I personally have a involvement in when I helped rescue people. But Hurricane Katrina was said to been used they purposely destroyed the levees on the predominantly black Ninth Ward in New Orleans, Louisiana, and so many other things. Even the very name, the projects. The projects. What is a project? A project is another name for an experiment. The projects was a project to see how many of us they can get together to live under each other and on top of each other for a long time. That was what they were trying to do, pack a bunch of black people together in one living experiments. And I even heard someone rumor say that they wanted to fly over the projects with an airplane and bomb it. Anyway, a bit extreme, but I wouldn't be surprised. But I wanted to talk about this, how a group of freedom fighters, which was led by a character named Dimitri, who was the neighborhood kingpin, a drug kingpin, and a young lady, a freedom fighter herself, an SJW. She's a black woman named Naya. It was also his love interest. She's also the older sister of a young man that Dimitri has working on one of his corners, named Isaiah. It was during this 12 hours, they're all brought together to survive, literally, when the world goes haywire, or just that particular island. So during the time that the purge starts, Isaiah also has to get home safely to his sister, but he also has to contend with another character who goes by the name of Skeletor, which is the neighborhood king, which is the neighborhood, as we call it, a junkie. But we also use the term fiend, crackhead, whatever. Anyway, he goes on his own rampage because, see, at the end of the purge, you're supposed to get money to see how many kills, how many crimes you could commit, and they pay you for it. But secretly, these guys, the government, they're doing this purge, and they're not really caring what's going on. So, Naya and her friends, they hole up in a church to keep everyone safe there. Dimitri and his guys, he's got his crook guys that are out there doing what they have to do. Then when the purge starts to hit, they start to weapon up. They start to look up and make sure that they're okay. And then, of course, Isaiah, once again, he's trying to get home to his sister. So the thing that brings them all together, Isaiah winds up meeting up with Skeletor after he had a run-in with him earlier in the daytime on one of the corners. Skeletor takes a razor blade out of his mouth and cuts him and runs off. Because Skeletor has a thing for his older sister Naya. He wants to rape her. Anyway, as the night further progresses and everyone has to make sure that they stay alive, Skeletor at the night, he sees a man breaking into an ATM who's also part of the Purge. Because at the time, Isaiah was going to be a part of the Purge also. Because one of the things that they give you during the Purge, those that participate in the Purge, they give you these contacts, which are like glow-in-the-dark contacts, which allows you to just probably see psychedelic things and see who else to go after. Just so happens a lot of people are out there purging. One of Dimitri's former kingpin, one of his former associates, one of his former soldiers, he runs amok and he starts to do his own thing after he's embarrassed and disciplined while having a meeting. Because see, Dimitri, not only is he a kingpin, he's also pretty intelligent. He's also ex-military. And he's also a reasonable guy. He realizes what's going on and he wants to go out there and help. After a while, he realizes that what he's doing is wrong, and he starts to have a change of heart about going to save the people on Staten Island. His friend, associate, I think Big A, that was the name of the guy who ran amok. He decides to do his own thing and starts getting his own soldiers with the plan of trying to take out Dimitri. When he sends 2 girls to seduce him and to have a party with him, they try to kill him. He gets wind of it, and he manages to overpower the girls and makes them talk to him, tell him what happens. After he finds Big A, he dispatches of him, he makes him talk to him, he punishes him. After that, he kills him and the associates that he had with him, and he lets the girls survive as a lesson, that's to be an example. In the meantime, Dimitri and his associates, his remaining associates, they go out with their weapons looking for people to save. In the meantime, Naya and her friends that were at the church Naya gets a call from her brother Isaiah leaving the church. When she gets back to the church, she finds that the church has been invaded by outside purgers, and the people that were inside the church were all slaughtered. They were all killed. Now, let me give my comment on what's been happening. So the people that walked inside the church and slaughtered the folks that were in the church, if you notice, for those who haven't seen it, they were all white men that were coming out with low haircuts. What I'm saying is that the purge was also giving a reason for folks to go out and do what they want to do anyway. It is a reason for white supremacy to really advance legally and for them to go out and express and manifest their racism. Really, that's exactly what's happening right now. Ever since Trump has been in office, it has emboldened a lot of these white supremacists to express their behavior without being extreme as far as going out and killing people, even though some of them have. What happened in the movie is actually somewhat mirroring what's happening in real life. So, after a while, they can't go to the church. Naya and the young lady and her girl and her daughter that were with her, they wound up escaping with Isaiah after Isaiah and Naya are reunited. After he had his run-in with Skeletor, he manages to escape. They run to her apartment where they catch up with another young woman that was at the church who managed to escape, named Dolores. So the other hold up with the weapons they have. They notice that there are soldiers, military soldiers from the government agency that are out just randomly looking for people to kill. They're not Because during the purge, even law enforcement is even participating in it, and this time they're randomly murdering people with no consequence because of this 12-hour period known as the purge. So after a while, they're going from floor to floor of the apartments. They're shooting people that they see, and when all hope is lost, Dmitri and his crew arrive on the scene with some more people, more reinforcements, more weapons. They manage to defeat the soldiers. Dmitri runs out of weapons. Because of his military experience, he's able to overpower them hand-to-hand combat and take out the remaining soldiers. After in a strange sort of way, in a sense, when all hope was lost, Skeletor actually saved them. Skeletor came in and he murdered all the soldiers that were there with a knife, which allowed Dmitri to have enough time to throw one grenade because they ran out of weapons. They didn't have no more bullets or anything left. Not to mention Dmitri was wounded, but it wasn't a fatal wound. They managed to throw a grenade out there in the apartment, destroying and killing everyone that was left there. The soldiers, they walk outside. There's no one left. Those that were left to survive during the 12-hour purge are there. The government agency is now did their experiment, conducted their experiment. Come to find out later on that the reason for this purge is that they wanted to see how far they could go. They wanted to eliminate undesirables in society, but they wanted to do it in a way to where they would have the so-called undesirables eliminate each other with no consequence. So it was all part of that experiment to begin with. However, the film ends when they're talking about not doing it in just one centralized location. Now they're talking about doing a nationwide purge. So that was my commentary on the purge. I hope I did the best I could. I know I was stumbling over a few things I wanted to say, but that was just my take on it. It is a very realistic film. It's actually pretty good. Pretty much predominantly unknown cast, which is good too, because I like to see new people get a chance to shine. You know, folks I haven't seen before. There was a few faces that I recognized in the film from other things, like the young lady that played Naya. She was recently she played the love interest in Superfly. And a few other people also recognized. You know, Marissa Tomei is she's a veteran actress. But yeah, I think out of 10 stars, I would say I would give the movie a 10-star rating. It was pretty realistic. It's also a mirror of what's happening in society today, because like I said, there are a lot of hidden meanings. Now, it's basically with a purge, a legalized purge is giving people legal jurisdiction to do and act out the things that they want to do anyway. And when they start purging people, they're trying to really purge the black population. Like I said, it was a predominantly black cast. It was mostly black people that were freedom fighters that were saving the world. Mostly black people that were being slaughtered. And that was pretty much what I want to say. But also, it was also black people that were being the saviors of society. Which mirrors what I've seen when I went to New Orleans back in '05 to help rescue people from Katrina. That's a story that you all don't know about me, but I was part of a rescue committee that helped rescue people in New Orleans. But that's another story altogether. But anyway, some of the people that we encountered that were the so-called gang members, the so-called thugs, these were the people that were actually saving folks' lives. It wasn't the government. It was the people. It was the people in the community. And that's what really what this was all about. So if anything, if you see this movie, take that much out of it. That the so-called people, the outcasts of society, these are the folks that are saving people's lives. And they just so happen to be melanated. So anyway, family, like, comment, subscribe. Share this video. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think I did a lousy job doing commentary on it, doing my breakdown. I feel that I did. It's okay. Let me know. Or let me know if I did a good job. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Let me know what you think. And also, family, Give me your financial support. No, it's paypal.me/Real Aaron Collins, family. I mean, we like I said before, I feel like a broken record, but support us. No, it's not that much, any donation, but yeah, we need the support. We need to start supporting each other as YouTubers, and particularly black YouTubers, if to survive. There's nothing wrong with that. That's paypal.me/Real Aaron Collins. So anyone, God loves you, I love you, let's do life.